Howdy folks, the Bomb Y'all fan guy here. Very unexpected finds. Again, not supposed to be buying any fans, but a friend of mine out in west of the state, who's kind of a picker and hip to this stuff, knows I love old fans. And these came about and couldn't pass them up. He said, "Are you interested in old oscillating fans?" I said, "Well, send me pictures." Cleaning out an old local bar in western Massachusetts, and these were just in the basement. There's also a full-size Hunter pedestal fan, which way out of my scope, but very cool and really good shape that thing is. I think my friend's going to take that, but these two were there, and I said, "Absolutely, dude, forget about it. We'll take a closer look at each of them." And I got a good deal for them. I got both of these fans here for $50, which, you know, even if I unload the giant one and keep the Century, which is probably what I'll do, you'll be all right. So let's take a quicker look a little closer. All right, so sorry for the lighting here. It's a little bright. We have a brass blade Century. This is I'm going to assume that this is a 16-inch or maybe a 12. I don't know. You guys tell me. Do I have a ruler here? I used to have a ruler here. I don't. Anyway, it's a 3-speed on the stand model. We've got treacherous wiring. This fan has not been tried. We've got an old Bakelite end knob, switch plug end on it. But it's an oscillator. Does have a tag, as you see. At some point when we clean this up, we'll go over the details a little more closely. It's not too froze up. It's not perfect, but it moves. Some rust. You know, some pretty bad rust on the cage here. But the base doesn't seem that bad. And I think that can all be, you know, wire wheeled and spray some black primer over it and you're done, right? This one is really something else. Obviously, this is a countertop fan. Hold on, let's look at this one closer. So then there's this guy. As you can see, this is a huge fan. It's on a small mount for desktop or with tabletop or countertop application. It's just huge, seriously pitched, and she's nice and free. Now, I would imagine that this is a roller bearing machine, I would think, and there's probably a grease fitting there. That's for grease, I'd imagine. It's got a huge General Electric motor. I mean, look at how big this thing is. This is crazy. Sort of a reverse trunnion mount, as you see. So obviously the whole thing comes off of this mount. Look at the size of that screw. Seriously. And the other one, obviously, little Century, the wiring is way too whack to try this one, but we did try this and it works. Let's give it a run. Here's the big girl. I guess we'll call her Big Bertha for lack of a better term. I have it plugged in, it's not on, because this doesn't have an on and off switch. I'm pretty sure this would be set up so that you'd plug it into an outlet that has a switch elsewhere, and then the switch would turn it on and off. It's 1 speed, it's extremely powerful. I'm hoping it doesn't knock over the table here, because it's really, really heavy for this table, frankly. And let's give it a whirl. Whoa! As you can see, that is very, very powerful. Super overpowered for what it needs. I mean, that motor is big enough to run 100 of these fans. It's incredible. So no bad bearing noise. I mean, I'm talking right now, but you can't hear anything. So, whew, that thing is just a monster. And, you know, it probably was designed to run on 110, you know, so we're getting a little better than 120 in the house here. So, you know, it's obviously running really fast. But there you go. She's a monster. So, you know, who knows if I'll keep this. Is really a big machine, man. That's a big fan. I guess it's like the 20-inch. It's about the same size as the box fan behind it. So anyway, that's the find for today. This weird GE. I don't know who made it. Who knows who made it? Haven't found any other markings on it. Obviously, I doubt General Electric made this fan. Maybe they did. What do you guys know about these? Do you know who made these kind of fans? And if they were local made, you know, in your region, and they just bought these motors? I don't know. It's a really good question. Usually when you see these listed as GE fans, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's who made it. What do you think? What would you say? I don't know. It's pretty cool. It weighs a friggin' ton. And the Century is really cool. I'm excited to have found the Century. So maybe this fan will go elsewhere. Maybe we'll unload it. It's not exactly my favorite kind of fan, but look at it. To have it here in front of you, it's becoming my favorite kind of fan. This thing is badass, dude. So anyway, I'm not going to run it anymore because it's probably going to blow the house down with the wind because it's very powerful, man. Whew. So anyway, that is the finds for today. A Century and this GE-ish type thing. You know, they both need work. This could need a wire too, you know, who knows. I don't know much about this one. If you know who made this kind of thing, do you think GE really made these? Let me know. What you think and what you think of the Century. When do you think that Century was made? You think that's early 20s? Hard to say. But that'll be an interesting one to get into and see how much it really needs. It needs obviously some rust repair on the grill. Or maybe not repair, but just, you know, wire wheel it down and see what's left of it anyway. So anyway, that's the stuff I thought I'd share with you guys. Again, the plan is really to not buy any fans, but these two, I couldn't pass them up. And, you know, who knows who had ended up with them. They might have got junked anyway. So $50 for the two is not bad, especially if I unload one of them. So there you go. Thanks, guys, for watching. So we'll have a few fan projects to work on this summer. As we like to do, you know. So that's that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.